So I wanted to create this video because it's a response to Mr. Kevin Samuel's video, Women Love When Men Cheat. And wow, I've been thinking about this actually for a while because it's come up in a conversation with an auntie that I have. I call her my rich auntie. And she helps guide me and school me on all things relationships and finances and all sorts of things. And we were actually talking about this a few months ago. We were laughing about it. So I have my notes here. Because she got married when she was 50 and now she's 60 at the time of this video. And we were laughing because she's like, my younger years, she's like, a man, I wouldn't have worried about cheating or anything. And again, I don't even remember when this conversation came up. We were having lunch in Alabama after going to a boutique. But she was like, I'll fight over them benefits. And we were kind of laughing about it. And I was like, with my Superman, that's what I call him, I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. And so when I listened to Kevin's video, I'm thinking, some notes to my younger self. So I'm going to kind of share some of my experiences and share a few stories with you. So I have 3 children with my ex. And in the beginning, that in my 20s, I had my kids. And I found out he was cheating on me. But I didn't find out he was actually cheating on me until the child was like 3 years old. We had broken up. I actually had moved out the state. I had married somebody else. We weren't even together. And so I came back into the state and had moved to Florida, came back to Ohio to visit one summer. I was a school teacher. My auntie had my kids and found out he had a 3-year-old child. Now, I didn't even hear rumors about this child. I literally had no clue. Okay. So when the discovery came, I was just like, wow, but the other girl knew about me. So I got pregnant with Manser, we decided, hey, this must be God. No, it wasn't. But we decided to get back together and ended up finding out actually then that he was cheating on me with someone else at the time. So I actually spoke to the girl on the phone, was like, look, we about to have our 3rd child together and, we're trying to get our family. And she was like, look, I don't care. I want him. And I'm sitting on the phone like, are you for real? She knew about me. Matter of fact, she's telling me that the apartment that I was living in, she helped pick out the furniture that I was laying on, the bed I was sleeping in. Yeah, she had purchased. So it was a mess. I was like, you know what? I can't live like this. I'm going to leave. Well, let's talk about my younger self. Thinking back, I'm like, now fast forward, my son, all my children are, by the time I launch this, are adults. And it was tough, especially raising my son. It has been a very, very difficult journey as a single parent for me, raising a boy alone, a boy, like a really masculine energy male. It was very difficult for me. Going through my 2nd marriage. Some of you guys have been with me from the way in the beginning, and that was a hot mess. But my point of it is, when men cheat, I understand some things differently now. If I could go back, I would have stayed. I would have stayed. He begged me to stay. He didn't want her anymore. Now she, I believe, would have been the side chick because he actually ended up having another baby with the girl he had the 3-year-old with, and a baby by the girl he was with, and 20 years married the girl. Okay, so it's been a mess, but she stuck around and she eventually got the ring. So, okay, girl. I saw a post on Facebook about it and I responded. I was petty, y'all. I'm normally not petty, but I was like, oh, you the real MVP. She stayed in it 20 years. She didn't have to raise her kid alone. Now, again, that's her. And I don't know that I could have stayed, but I did want to stay. When I did find out he was cheating, I was like, look, I want to make this work. I don't want to be a single parent. And it just didn't work the way that I wanted it to. So fast forward to now while I'm talking about this. Let me look at my notes. I wanted to talk to you about my ex. Oh, and women are trifling. So for these high value men, I didn't use my uterus wisely, honey, so I couldn't qualify for the high value men. I have a high quality man now. Now he's not, listen, from high value, I think that is a term, and that's used for more of younger women when you're in those childbearing ages. Y'all in your 20s, listen to what Kevin is saying because it's true. You don't have children. You have your pretty privilege. You're at that competitive state. You're probably still fit. You really can get the creme de la creme. You can get the absolute top of the best. But I tell you something else. I need to do a video for my women in their 40s that now have adult children. I had a conversation with someone earlier and we were talking about this. You now have an opportunity to get the best that you qualify for at your age in your 40s. I am very competitive in my 40s. I look my best. I actually probably look better now in my 40s than I did in my 20s. Now I'm skinnier, but I got my curves now, honey. Got my curves. I got personality. I have character. I have kindness. I have poise. I have seduction. I'm very seductive. In a good way, and I'm mysterious. So I've learned so much over the years. I'm kind, I'm inspiring. I love my man. I have a phenomenal man that I qualify for now. But women, back to that, are trifling. Of women, most of the time, they don't mind sharing your man. They absolutely don't mind, because they know that if you're with him, I don't talk about my man. I don't show pictures now. I don't show his face. I'm not stupid. Women see him with me and they are blatant, but they used to do it with my second husband. They blatant, like looking all in their faces and things like that. And, women can be trifling. So if you do what you have to do to remain competitive, or you may do what you're still doing, that doesn't mean he won't cheat on you. But you do need to decide, one thing I kind of kid with now is if someone called me on the phone, I had to sit down for this video today, and said, Montina, I'm messing with your Superman, or your Superman cheating on you. My response, and I really thought about this. Now, no, it hasn't happened. And that's kind of my non-negotiable. When I say that you need one non-negotiable in life, or more than one. But my non-negotiables, I don't like cheating men. I don't want to deal with it. It's a headache, and the women are trifling. There's diseases. I took an AIDS class in school, and it scared me, okay? But here's what I'd probably say. I'd say, oh, really, honey? Really? I'm gonna tell you what I'll say. This reminds me of how MJ be acting on his videos. You want to fight, or you want to share? Because I ain't going nowhere. And y'all probably like, oh, I ain't sharing no man. You get to a point in your life, okay, where you've done all you can do. Men are gonna do what they do. Boys gonna be boys. Most of the time, men mature and they don't have the energy to cheat, okay? Especially these 50-plus men, and they don't have the energy probably to be running around here. They want to protect their assets. They want to protect their honor. They want to protect their integrity. So if they're sleeping around, they're not going to be sleeping with a woman just to have sex. They're beyond that stage of their life, okay? But you want to fight or you want to share? Because I ain't going nowhere. Okay, I worked hard. I earned the man I have. I deserve him. He deserves me. We've earned each other. He kind of kissed me and said, you understand the assignment. I for dang on sure do. I love him. I am treated like a goddess up in this house, okay? So what's the gonna be? So going back to the video, I know that you might be thinking, when you're younger, you do have more options. And I'm not saying as you get older that you should tolerate a man cheating. I'm just saying you have less options. And I think that a lot of women think they have more options than they actually qualify for. I'm sorry, sis, but the pool of men, as you get older, it's slim because they're married, okay? And many, like I said, are high integral. I don't want to cheat. I've never gone after nobody's. I don't want your boyfriend. See, for me, I'm selfish and I'm a Leo. I want my own, okay? I don't want to share nobody. So I'm going to do everything in my power so that I don't have to. But some women they literally don't care. They will see you. Be in your face, be your friend, and be sleeping with your man. I have to tell the story. My first husband, he didn't cheat on me, but there was somebody so trifling in my life that really wanted my husband. And he actually came and told me about them. I'm like, really? So going through with my points, decide, if you do have a high value man and or a high quality man, and you find out, hey, there's been a situation, maybe it led up to, maybe he is sleeping around. I don't think it's right. And like Kevin was talking about with the listener, is it in your face? But at the end of the day, sis, think about everything that you might be letting go. And the one thing that I wish I would have done differently, even in my past, I hated being a single parent. It just didn't work well for me. And I wish that I could have gone back and said, maybe at least I'm gonna stay in the same state. I'm gonna put myself in a better position, but I don't wanna raise my kids alone. Again, now that I'm in a different position, and I'm just being transparent on my channel. This is my channel, I'm Spark Wisdom. Reintroduced myself. But not that I just don't want to be alone or I'm desperate or anything, because I'm not. I had options. I had 100 messages a week on Map before I met him. You know, I still have high SMV. I don't have any problems, you know, turning no heads, or, you know, I know who I am as a woman. But at the end of the day, I know what I have as a man too. So sis, these women out here, they are trifling. There's been situations where we're out and about and I have a very much gentleman. He's just, oh my God, opens my doors. And he's just a good man, but he's a good man to everybody. He's just a phenomenal man. But I see women looking at him, and guess what? He has eyeballs in his head. Sometimes I see women, I'm like, oh, but I pay attention to what he looks at too. Now, he's not disrespectful, but if a woman turns his head or turns my head too, because most of the time, if she turns his head, or at least he looking, he a man, I'm looking too, like, oh, I don't compliment all her shoes or her hair, or just, she might have had a nice shape. You can acknowledge that, and it's okay. And actually, a lot of the books that I read, they talk about that. Men are going to be men, boys are going to be boys, and they're going to look. So I wanted to share my kind of response to that. And yeah, I am saying it. We're going to fight. We're going to share. What we going to do? Because I ain't going nowhere. Okay. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I don't want to be out on the block. I recognize the type of man that I have. I recognize I'm like the women. Actually, I don't want to tell all his business, but men do divorce. And when men divorce, you'd be like, wow. So he actually filed divorce. I filed the divorces for mine, but yeah, this man right here, no. I recognize. So recognize, sis, when you have a good one too. And like I said, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not. And I don't even think this one, like my soon-to-be husband, yeah, nah. I don't think he would cheat on me. But let's just say he did. Again, it's just something you have to think about. You gonna fight or you gonna share? Because for me, you got to recognize what you have at home too. All right, so enjoy sharing. Who's going to ignite the spark to start the conversation today? Because I know y'all probably like, I ain't going to be with no cheating man. Okay, that's fine. Let me tell you, my ex, I have 3 children with. Not only was he cheating, okay, I don't care about his family and all that, but I still want to tell their business. But the girl that he has, that he married after 20 years, she the real MVP. He had a baby with her, of course. And he had a baby with the other girl that he was cheating on me with, and their kids are the same age. They're like, I don't know, a couple weeks or a month apart. It's, you know, it's hilarious. And I'm glad it's not me. But guess what? I got 3 kids with him. One got 2 kids with him, and 2 others got 1 with him. Who's the winner in all this? I guess maybe the one that waited the 20 years. I don't know. But I always said if I seen her, and if she ever see this video, I just want to give her a hug and a high five, because my life is so much better because she decided that she wanted to stay. Anyway, let me run. Y'all have an amazing day. Who's going to be the spark to ignite the conversation? Start it below. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.